Happy Monday, Central Louisiana. I'm First Alert meteorologist Jake Lambright with your digital forecast for the day. Do want to give you the first alert as we head a little bit later into this week because unsettled weather does return and a few strong to severe storms will be possible towards the end of the week and the beginning of the weekend. That being said, though, the greatest threat stays to our north on Friday, stays just to our east on Saturday, but we are still going to have to watch things pretty closely. Here's that severe weather outlook for Friday. You'll notice the northern 2/3 of central Louisiana under that slight risk level 2 out of 5. It also includes the Shreveport-Bossier Metro as well as Monroe and all of North Louisiana. That enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5, is found to our north there in central and northern as well as eastern Arkansas, northwestern Mississippi, the extreme western sliver there of Tennessee, and then even back into portions of Illinois and Kentucky as well. That threat, though, does shift on Saturday. You'll notice the eastern half of the central Louisiana stays under a slight risk, level 2 out of 5. The greater enhanced risk is found across portions of Mississippi and Alabama. Here's what extended futurecast shows so far, and keep in mind we're not in the time frame yet for high resolution data, so this isn't going to pinpoint things the best, but you can see those showers and storms starting to enter on Friday night, and then maybe a potential second wave starting to develop as we go into the day on Saturday, with more pleasant conditions returning as we head into Sunday. Now, before we get to the storms, Thursday night, Friday morning is when we'll have our next total lunar eclipse. This is going to be a pretty big deal, and we won't see another one for a little while longer until 2026. So something to keep in mind there. The prenumbral eclipse begins at around 10:57 on Thursday night. At that point forward, you'll notice the moon a little bit more dim in the sky, but it won't have a color tint to it just yet. The total eclipse begins around 1:26 in the morning. That's whenever the sun, the earth, and the moon align perfectly, and that's when we'll start to see that reddish orange tint there to the moon as it starts to line up perfectly between the sun and earth. The maximum eclipse occurs around 1:58 in the morning. The total eclipse ends around 2:30. The color tint kind of goes away, but you will notice the moon a little more dim until about 3:47, and then the prenumbral eclipse ends around 5 a.m. on Friday morning. Here's a quick look right now. This is just before 6 p.m. at Toledo Bend. Things looking beautiful out there today. The sunshine, the temperatures are just perfect out there. Not a cloud in the sky on First Alert satellite and radar, and not a drop of rain. Expecting it to stay that way at least for a little while longer. Your observed high temperatures for your Monday: we had a high of 71 in Alexandria, 70 over in Opelousas and Vidalia. The warm spots being Oakdale and Natchitoches, with high temperatures both in the mid-70s this afternoon. Temperatures just before 6 p.m. are in the upper 60s for some, lower 70s for the rest of the region. And you'll notice those start to cool down pretty quickly after sunset. We've got clear skies, we've got calm wind. The perfect recipe for temperatures to start cooling off very fast. We'll be in the 50s by 8 o'clock tonight, and then eventually 40s as we head towards midnight. Your hometown lows for tonight, I've got us at about 43 in Alexandria, a little bit cooler across our southern parishes, but overall it'll be a nice night, a little chillier than average for this time of the year, which runs about 48 degrees. Tomorrow we've got more sunshine. Winds pick up out of the southwest between 5 and 10 miles per hour. We've got lots of sunshine as those highs make it into the 70s. I've got us about 75 in Alexandria, maybe a little bit warmer closer to the Ark-La-Tex region, upper 70s, close to 80 degrees, which is a little bit above the average for this time of the year. This is a look at your digital forecast, and some may be watching on the 24/7 weather live stream, but if you're not, you can scan that QR code there on your screen to get the latest weather information 24/7 for free on your computer, Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV device. Here's that First Alert 7-day forecast. We've got sunshine for the next 3 days. The night of the total lunar eclipse, Thursday night into Friday morning, we'll start the night clear. We will see some cloud cover start to develop though as we get closer to sunrise on Friday. So visibility might be a little iffy on that. We're going to be fine-tuning that forecast in the days to come. Then storms possible late Friday, Friday evening, and then once again on Saturday. We're going to be watching those days closely for the threat for strong to severe storms. We get close to or just above 80 degrees Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do cool down a little bit for Sunday and Monday of next week with high temperatures back in the mid-70s. That First Alert 10-day forecast there showing as we head toward the middle of next work week, we could be back close to 80 once again, followed by a cool down to the 60s by next Thursday.